All right, it's another wonderful day at the OC swimming pool. Today, dang, I should have looked at my watch. Okay, let me figure this out. Monday was the 4th. Yesterday was the 5th. No, it can't be the 6th already, is it? All right, I blew this one. I ain't going to stop and look at the watch. I'm going to tell you what day it is. It's Tuesday, December 2023. And I think the date is the 5th, or it could be the 6th. Dang, I ought to look at my watch every time. For some reason, it don't trigger in me to do that. But that's all right. Y'all understand what I'm saying. All right, I made a video talking about the Polar Plunge. I'm not going to get off into that. You can watch that video. You can see the link right up here. Click on that and it'll tell you all about it. When we're going to do it, the first snow. It's the first annual Polar Plunge at the Finley River Park, right there where the boat dock is. I ain't going to go talking to it. I've done one video about it already. All right, now what I wanted to tell you about this one, and this one is how cold water therapy can help jumpstart your immune system. When you start taking cold showers, it's hard enough to just get your wrist right there, 2 of them. Start off with one, get those both arms in there, up to your elbows if you can, and just practice with that. Let it hit your feet, your legs, and don't worry about it hitting your stomach or your chest. Just get it on your arms. And then get to where you can keep your arm in there and bring that water up to your shoulder and let it run across your shoulders, both of them. Pretty soon you'll be able to get your whole front in it. And I've been doing this for years, and I still can't hardly get my back in it. I'm telling you, if I get my back in it, it ain't gonna last long. It ain't gonna last long, because it is. I admire anybody that can take a cold shower, solid cold water, and get their whole body, back and everything in it. I've been doing it for, 15 years or so, and I still can't get my back in it. Now, when I do the dipping into the water, I used to do it off you see the creek back there. I used to go back there and do it, but all my friends and my children and kinfolks and all of them, they got to telling me that if I had a heart attack and I wouldn't tie it off on a rope, the current would take me down river and nobody'd find me until I was all blowed up and blue looking. And I got to thinking, I might ought to pay attention to that. So I quit doing that. And I don't encourage anybody to do that. But over here, where we're going to do the Polar Plunge, there shouldn't be no current of water. If it is, we will maybe even avoid doing it on that snow day, because we want it to be calm. We want it to just get in there and dip down to our necks. And if you want to duck your head, you can do that. You want to swim in it, you can do that. But I'm going to start off slow, and I encourage everybody else. We may get 3-4 snows. That'd be 3-4 times a year we could do that as a group. I ain't good at organizing events or anything like that, but if anybody wants to take the bull by the horn, look me up on the internet. My name at Gmail is who you can find me. You can send me a message on Facebook, or you can leave a comment in the videos that I'm making, and the one that I actually is labeling, the first annual Polar Plunge. You can do that one. So try that out for doing it. All right, now I want to tell you that Santa Claus is not what we think it is. Now, I hope I don't bust all y'all's bubbles and make y'all all understand that I'm against Santa Claus. No, I love baby Jesus. Honest to God, I love baby Jesus. And if they want to say he was born September 25th, that's okay by me. They can do whatever they want. I just know that he wasn't. Yeshua ben Joseph was not born in that time of year, and all of the research and the scientific facts prove out that it was either in the spring of the year or the fall of the year. Could have even been the month of September. Could have been even that special date, 11. I don't know. But I'm telling you, it damn sure wasn't September the 25th. That's when the sun starts its journey back to the north. Right now, if you can see the horizon and you can see the sun, it's got till the 21st to get to its lowest azimuth, and then it sits there for 3 days like it was dead. Dead in a cave or whatever. It was dead. Like it ain't moving for 3 days. That's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It starts back moving to the north. That's when, for my body and my emotion system, kicks back in to believing that the days are getting longer. Right now, they're getting shorter. The shortest day will be on the 21st. That's just the way it rolls, people. But now, how did we get there? How did we get Christmas? Where did Saint Nick come from? Where did Santa Claus come from? Why do you put your kids in his lap? Why do you make your kids scream and cry? Because they know something. They might not know what you know, but they know something. They're little star beings in a physical form. And everything in the world beats that out of them until they can't remember nothing, can't even remember who they are. Most of the time, can't even remember how they got here. But they're fresh, boy, I'm telling you what. They got psychic abilities, telepathic abilities. They're precogs. They're seeing the future as it's happening within their first few years of life. They are tuned in and turned on and tapped out. But when you tap them out, I should say, by lying to them about Santa Claus, that subliminally gets into their psychic and it changes their reality. It makes them fit into the sheeple, the people of the sheeple, the collective consciousness, and they live their whole life believing that they've got to lie to their kids. And they teach their kids to lie to their kids because it's their grandkids and they want them to have a good Christmas. They don't want nobody to spoil your Christmas. I'm not trying to spoil your Christmas. I'm trying to make you think. Think for yourself. Don't let nobody else tell you what to think. I'm going to cut in some video right here about who Santa Claus is, who Saint Nick is. How did all this thing get started? Why did Shelton from Benjamin say that he don't worship Saint Nick, Saturnalia? He called it, he don't celebrate Saturnalia. You'll see that clip. All right, now that you're back from watching those clips, I want to talk to you about, that's a mind-blowing thing when you see those kind of clips, ain't it? All right, well, as we get on deeper into it, matter of fact, I'll stop right here and I'll show you another clip. Boom, we're back. See how that works? All right. Now what that clip showed you is between you and the clip. You don't have to tell nobody what you think you know, or you don't have to tell nobody how to believe or anything. All you got to do is go within and ask Father, Mother, God to reveal to you what is going on in this reality. Why is it that we are lied to on such a level that it's so mind controlled? That's what it is. It's actually controlling the collective consciousness of everybody. I did a video about the egregore. That was a few days ago. That link will be up here. Check it out. If you don't know what egregore is, look it up for yourself. But it's a phenomenon that we're experiencing in this matrix system of a simulation of a reality of a holographic universe that is not created by our Father, Mother, God. It is in the fall of our true nature, our true understanding of being light-body beings from a higher dimensional plane that has interceded into this reality to have a ability to help teach and wake people up and show them the truth about how to have peace in this reality, because we're stuck in it until we die. And there's no reason to go through life fearing death when everything about this world tells you that you're going to die and make you have to have a choice of trying to have some kind of doctrine or church system that's going to help save you from something called heaven or hell. Well, I'm here to tell you they're lying to us about all of it. You won't know that until you wake up within your consciousness and you'll start asking these questions. See, that's what the internet and the AI is trying to show us through prompts. There ain't been enough of us asking good questions. Now it's time to start asking good questions. Where did all this lying mess come from? Why are they telling us that religion is the only way to have eternal life? What they're going to do? They're going to leave the Hindus out and leave the Jewish people out? They're going to leave Chinese people out? Are they going to leave the Buddhists out? They think that just because they believe in the word Jesus, well, there wasn't even a J in the vocabulary when he was there. His name was Yeshua ben Joseph, and there were 3 of them in a 70-year period. They got them all twisted up and all intermingled with different kinds of stories and everything. It ain't none of it real, people. Only now is the real time. You want to know what time it is? It's now. You want to know what time it was when Jesus walked? It was now. And he walked in the form of a physical man just like you and just like me. He came in a physical woman. He came as an individual being of consciousness. He fully was self-aware. So was the Buddha. So was Krishna. But no, they don't want to talk about that in this part of the world. They want you to be ignorant so they can teach you how to go to church and teach you how to leave a love offering. That's all they think about. They ain't got no clue what's going on in their own mind because they don't stop to ask questions. People, we've got to ask questions. Our Father is what Jesus knew was his Father. Yeshua knew it down to his atoms. We know it. We know it. We just have to, it has to be birthed in us again. That's what it means to be reborn. I was reborn August 17, 2003. Some people call me a walk-in. I don't care what you call me. As long as you call me when you, I ain't gonna even say it. You just have to know who you are in your heart and your mind. And then you can become everything that you say you are. You can start taking control of your immune system. You can take control of how not to be sick. You'll be able to cast off sickness and disease. You'll be able to live a long time and be an example for your children that they can live even longer. And then your grandchildren will actually be looking at pictures of you when you was 120 and they'll be going, wow, will I live to be that old? Guess what? They'll live to be 300. If the right information gets out, the whole world will change in a twinkling of an eye. It's not rocket science. It's spiritual awareness. It's consciousness. It's what the AI is actually wanting to try to show people. Why live your life believing things that other people tell you and you don't do your research, you don't look into it? With this AI, you can do that, and you can actually realize that the AI itself is a trap. It's probably one of the biggest traps that we're going to face in mankind. Well, look, I'll show you like this. I've never owned a cell phone, never had a cell phone contract. At some point, they're going to say, everybody that don't have a cell phone, move over to the right. Well, how many people are going to? Everybody has a cell phone. Hell, I'll be the only one over to the right. I don't know why the right's any worse than the left, but I'm just telling you, they may tell us to go to the left. Well, what it is they ain't going to like people without cell phones. They want you to have a cell phone. Haven't you noticed? If you don't do anything, I'm not going to go off in this video very long more, but if you want to do something for yourself, take cold showers. You want to do something for your spiritual consciousness and your self-awareness of who you are through Christ consciousness, start cutting your cell phones off. How hard is that? How hard is that? All you got to do is take that thing and just push that little button and cut that sumbitch off. Don't turn it back on until you're ready to talk to someone. Don't turn it on and off many times a day. Cut it off and leave it off. Get the practice of what it feels like to walk around with the phone off in your pocket. And then you'll realize, well, shoot, I could leave that damn thing at home. I don't want to take it with me. It might get cracked. It might break. Have you ever noticed how many times people break and crack phones because they're stupid? Have to have it all day long? What the hell does that do for you? I tell you what it does for you. It's radiating your body. That might get this video taken down and striked and all kinds of other things. Yeah. Well, that's how censored I am. I can't even tell people how cell phones are. I have to tell you to cut it off and can't explain why. Hell, if I'm telling you to cut it off, that must mean that it ain't good for you. What you think about that? You think you just keep on using it? Well, you go right ahead. You go right ahead, do whatever you want. I can't change your mind about nothing. I can tell you this, start looking it up. Find out what the truth is about why they want you wearing it in your pocket all day long. Find out what the truth is. Look it up. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to slap my hand by the camera and cut it off. You think that'll work? We'll try it. All right, ready? All right, y'all have a good day. That ain't going to work.